Hello everyone, welcome back to PyNet Lab. Today we are going to cover one of the most important topic of interviews as well as for certifications also. And that topic is going to be BGP Neighbor State. So in today's video, I will let you know like how BGP form the neighbor relationship and what are the steps which are involved in this particular process. So I will let you know about each and every state in detail. So let's begin this lecture.
If you enjoyed the content of the video, don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to our channel.
So let's understand this with an example. Let's say I am having one router 1 which is in AS number 100, and apart from this I am also having one more router 2 which is in AS number 200. Now both of these routers are connected with each other, and I am utilizing, as both of these routers are in different AS number, that's why I am using BGP protocol over here in order to make the communication between both. So both of these routers, in order to make the communication, both of these routers will exchange the routing information. But in BGP protocol, in order to exchange the routing information, first of all your router needs to establish one BGP connection, a BGP session we can call it. So what your router needs to do, it needs to establish a BGP session. Once this BGP session will be formed, then only your routers will be able to exchange the routes. So in order to establish this BGP session, your router needs to go through 6 states, and those states are known as BGP Neighbor States. BGP Neighbor States. So this is what we are going to learn. So there are 6 BGP states, out of which the first state is, let me name all of those states over here, then we will understand each one by one. So first of all we have idle state, we can call it as idle. Then we have the second state which is known as connect. After that we have the third state which is known as active, and then we have the fourth one which is known as OpenSent, and finally we have the fifth which is known as OpenConfirm, and the sixth state is known as established. So these are the 6 states. Your router needs to go through these 6 states in order to form the BGP session. So let's understand each state one by one. We will start with the idle state. The idle. So whenever your BGP process gets started, BGP process or your router get restarted, so whenever your BGP process started or router get restarted, at that time your router moved to idle state. So idle state is the starting of this overall BGP session creation. So we can say that it represents that idle state represents that your router is preparing to establish a BGP session. What we can say, like in idle state, your router is preparing to establish the BGP session. Okay. So in idle state, your router checks few things. So let's talk about like what idle state checks in router. So first of all, it will check the neighbor configuration. the neighbor configuration will be checked over here. Apart from this, the remote AS number will be checked over here, remote AS number. And after this remote AS number, then some more things are checked at this particular point. Let's say the interface is up or not, is up or not. And after this, one more thing, the IP route to neighbor. So these are the things which are checked on this idle state. After that, your router, like once all of these things get checked, now your router get, like if all of these things get matched between both of the neighbors, then your router get moved to the next state. That state is known as connect state. So now let's understand the second state, which is known as connect. At this state, like as the name is representing connect, now your both of router establish one TCP session. At this stage, routers establish one TCP connection over port number 179. Okay, like as all of you know, like BGP uses the port number 179, so it uses the port number 179 to establish a TCP connection. Okay, so at this state, that TCP connection get established. So let's say if I am having both of these routers, router 1 and router 2. Now what they will do, they will establish a TCP connection, and I hope all of you guys are aware about the three-way handshake. So both of router will do the three-way handshake in order to establish the session. What they will do, they will perform the three-way handshake. If you are not aware, then let me tell you, like first of all, this router 1 send one packet to router 2 which contains one sync flag. Okay, and in revert of this sync flag, the router 2 will revert back with one more packet which contains one flag sync plus acknowledgement. Now in revert of this sync, the router 1 again send one data packet to router 2 which contains the acknowledgement flag. So this is the three-way handshake, and your router needs to perform this three-way handshake in order to create this TCP session over the port 179. Now remember this thing, like if this particular three-way handshake once this three-way handshake get completed, then your router will create the TCP session, and once that TCP session get created, your router will automatically get moved to the next state, which is known as the OpenSent state. But if this particular TCP connection will not get established due to any reason, let's say there can be any reason, let's say if you are using any kind of ACL on your neighbor which is preventing it to create the connection, or if you are using any kind of firewall, if the port number 179 is not up, or there can be any reason. So if there is anything like this, then your TCP connection will not get established. Okay, so what you have to do at that time, your router will automatically get moved to the next state, that is known as the state number 3, active state. So this state represents that your router failed to establish TCP connection. So it represents that your router is failed to establish the TCP connection. That's why at this state it will try again. So here it will try again and again. If again it get failed, then your router directly get reached to the first state, that is known as the idle state. So once this TCP session get created, then your router will get moved to the next state, which is known as the OpenSent. Okay, as the name is representing OpenSent. So at this state, your routers exchange one open message. Routers exchange one open message. I will let you know what is that open message and what is inside that open message. Okay, so your routers will exchange one open message. So let's talk about like what is inside the open message. So open message looks something like this. Open message. Basically, open message contains some information. And what is that information? First of all, it contains the information about the BGP version number. BGP version. After that, it contains the information about the router ID. Then it contains the info about the autonomous system number. Autonomous system number. And finally, it have some more details like the hold timer. And after this hold timer, one more thing is stored into this open message, that is going to be optional capabilities. So these are the things which are stored inside this open message. Okay, so at this state, on this open sent state, your router will exchange this open message. Both of the routers will send one open message to each other. So it get exchanged between both the routers. So once both of your router will exchange this open message, so they get reached to the next state, that is known as the state number 5, which is known as OpenConfirm. So this OpenConfirm state represents that both the routers have seen each other's open message. Okay. And at this state, what they do, like they exchange one more message over there, that is known as keepalive message. So here, routers exchange keep alive message. Now the question is, why the routers are exchanging the keep alive message? So the purpose of exchanging the keep alive message is to make sure that your router is active and it is able to exchange the routes now. Okay, that's why they want to exchange the keep alive messages. And after that, once these keep alive messages get exchanged between both of the routers, then they automatically get reached to the next state, which is known as established. So this is the final state. And once the open message, the keep alive message get exchanged between both of the routers, your router get reached to the established state, and this established state represents that your both of the routers are now able to share the routing information. Okay, so this is the state where routes get exchanged between the routers. So we can say at this state, routers exchange the route information. So these are what the BGP states, and once routers will exchange the routes information, and it will also do one thing. Let me write all of the things. So at this established state, first of all, what they will do, they will exchange the routes. So routes are advertised here. Routes are advertised. Apart from this, routes are received by the neighbor router. Then best path selection will be done, which is going to be one of the most important thing. Best path selection begins here, and finally the routing table get updated. Table get updated. So these are the 4 things which get done over this state, which is known as the established state. Okay, now if you want to make sure like whether your router has established the BGP session or not, then for that you can verify it by using one command, and that command is known as show IP BGP summary. So once you will use this command, your router will show you the states over there. So if into this interface, once you will use this command, you will get one new interface. So into that, if you will see you will get one states menu over there. In that states menu, if you will get some number like as 25 or 100, that means your router has established the BGP session. But like in place of these numbers, if you get the name of any state, let's say idle or connect is written over there, that means your router get stuck at that state. Okay, so you have to figure out the problem over there and then troubleshoot it. So these are the BGP states which we have covered into this video. So I hope you understand it well. Now let me know in the comment section like on which topic you want my next video. So let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much.